So the situation is, I've got loads to do and not even enough time to make a cup of tea. But things don't work like that around here. Yeah, so basically I need all of the gubbins out of this door. From this to that to this and the bit on the inside. Look at that, that's come out without any damage. And there's no rust on it either. What a bonus. It's the first deal of the day done. Now, hopefully there will be many more of these, because somebody should buy the custom missile and somebody else should come down and buy some wheels and somebody else should come down and buy a wing. Those are the potential sales of the day. Potential mind. Now then, as suspected, the high velocity puss ball has a flat battery because the battery I put in was just a temporary measure. Now, what I need to do is put in a correct size battery from up there, because I do have a couple of people potentially coming to view it or even buy it. I only need one of them to buy it, really. I might now try a couple of other tricks on Marjorie over there. And just one thing's occurred to me. But before that, the birdies. The sound of the little birdies in the trees. So long as you're surrounded by trees at work like I am, you'll hear them all day. But what happens when you don't hear them? Is it because you've tuned out, or because they've taken a break for a while to watch Neighbours? And I'd like to know whether that's the case or not. Is Neighbours still on television? Or has it been gone for 10 years or something like that? When I just said that then, is Neighbours, I thought that sounds wrong, doesn't it? It should be Our Neighbours. But no, because Neighbours is the television programme. What a stupid name for a programme. Look at the engine. This is going to work soon, I'm sure of it. I've started by disconnecting the battery to essentially reset the computer. Yes, I've decided to take a rather commanding approach to this car by looking on the internet. Yeah, looking on the internet has found an instruction on how to clean out the Iavc. It's on the inlet manifold, and apparently that can cause some problems with idling. But people do it wrong, and this instruction was to tell you how to do it right, or correct even. So I'm going to follow it. I'm going to try and follow it anyway and see what happens. And the first thing it said there was to reset the computer. That means the ECU. So by disconnecting the battery for 10 minutes, it should essentially reset. I think the next step is to put the battery back on and start it and see what happens. But instead, just here, the inlet manifold, I haven't taken this off. That's off another car. The Iavc valve is this thing here. Is that what it's called? I might have got that wrong. That apparently controls the idle speed, and the idle speed can be a problem on the Honda D series engine because they don't like to idle quickly. Oh, so I've read. Now, these rarely go wrong, so I've read, but they can get a bit clogged up, so I've read. So it's time to break out the mysterious 12mm socket. I'm lucky I've even got one of these, because when do you ever use a 12mm socket? And the answer is for something like this. Yeah, and that's off. That didn't fix it, and to be honest, I didn't think it would. Now I'm going to go looking for a vacuum leak, which I have done before, but I'm going to do it a bit more thoroughly this time. That is definitely the second time I've sprayed brake cleaner all over the inlet manifold and the pipes and found nothing to change. So I don't think there's a vacuum leak. Having a right good clean out of this thing there with the brake cleaner. Will it work? Will it work? Yes, it will. Will it? Yes, of course it will. Great. Well, just used up loads of brake cleaner, cleaning that up, so let's try it again. Not full of high hopes, but here we go. So that's definitely not fixed it, has it? Well, this time yesterday I had a look at the clock, and like today, suddenly the time's disappeared. But the really curious thing is that yesterday I thought the clock had stopped and it was reading about 6:30. I don't know how that's possible, because it's reading the correct time now. Who's that? Somebody's here. How lovely, I've sold a part today. Yes, I've sold a wing, that's great. Now, can you hear that sound? It's the sound of the microwave. The sound of my curry being warmed up in the microwave. What an exciting event that will be. There we go, steaming hot chicken biryani, served on a bed of knackered tablet. It's not a tablet, it's a Kindle. Well, I'm all stuffed with curry now and feeling quite relaxed. But will the car? Maybe the car will just start working now. Maybe all that gunky stuff I've sprayed out will have taken a while before the car realises that it's been sprayed out. And I don't know why, but I just have the urge to just give it another chance. That's exactly what I thought would happen. Nothing. Well, I did have a sure sale today on the custard missile. Yep, the guy said he would 100% turn up today. The only thing 100% about this guy is he's 100% not turned up. Well, today has been no good for fixing cars, but it has been good for selling cars. That's the 75 touring headlining done as well, to a couple of grateful chaps, and that's always fantastic. So, what can I sell tomorrow? Well, maybe the custard missile has found itself a new home. Yep. What is it with these Toyotas that stink so much? What's going on with them? What's the problem, mate? You can't drive a car around like that. Well, I have a very busy day ahead of me. Yes, very busy indeed. I've got to pretty much dismantle a Rover 75 door, which I don't believe I've got one that's got all the bits, so I'm going to have to do it when I get in. Dismantle a door for the inner latch, not the inner latch, the inner handle and the outer handle, the cable and a bit of weather seal on the top. I don't know how long that's going to take, especially when I've not had a cup of tea. I need to have a cup of tea first, otherwise it's just not going to work at all. Then I've got to nip out and get some money for my friend for the Corsa, and just hope that the chap who's buying the Corsa doesn't change his mind in the meantime, because then I'm right in the shit. Potentially 2 people coming along today to have a look at the custard missile. That car will sell this week, I'm sure of it, and it needs to do, because once that car is sold, that will free up the money for me to be able to pay my bills, and also if there's anything left over, I can start work on Nigel. Nigel, the stricken hero, inside the shed. All of his medals on display, just waiting for an operation so he can go and show off at the Pride of Longbridge event. He'll be most upset if he doesn't go. Oh yes, he will.